around like, you know, hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. Let's see here. Last location. So now when I get that invite, I should be able to join easily enough. Let me see if I can grab that last invite that I got, just in case it was me. Oh, this might work. This might work. Nice. Maybe. Hey, fellas.
Not if you neighbor Dictor.
You guys can hear me again?
Yeah.
All right, good. I'm going to try to rejoin. I just lagged out. That was irritating.
Sure, hold on. I'll send you an invite because it's an invite session, dude, so just one sec.
I have an invite, so I'm trying to join on that now. We'll see if it lets me still accept it from the last time.
No worries.
Oh, that's a nice looking car in that promo picture. Just looking at it. I never know what any of these new cars are in GTA. I just saw one. It looks great. It's probably been in the game for 3 years. I'm just seeing it for the first time.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck, man. I don't even like. Well, I think I own 1 or 2 cars. They're both vans. Like club vans.
Like 90% of my cars are NPC cars that I've grabbed and tried to make into lowriders and stuff. Like muscle cars and that kind of thing. Or random like police cars, that kind of stuff. So you mentioned a number of you guys ride in real life. What do you guys ride? Who rides and what do you ride?
Yeah. Okay, so I might as well start off. Okay, so I ride a Suzuki Intruder with a monstrous 14 cubic inch engine.
Wait.
Obviously, I'm kidding. It's a 250, but anyway.
250 cc's.
So, yeah.
Is that a motorcycle? Does that qualify as a motorcycle, or is that a moped? Is that an actual? Nah, I'm just playing. Hey.
Hey! It's got a custom exhaust on it, so it sounds the part, looks the part, but goddamn, it does not ride it.
Oh, that's funny.
So yeah,
I've actually got 2. I've got an older sporty 1200 with a big bore kit, the 1340 kit on it. It's all customized, got custom paint stuff like that, and then I've got a Heritage Deluxe.
Very nice.
Old Softail. So
Hell
I've
yeah.
got those 2. One's in
That's a dope
Bahamas,
bike.
and one's in New York.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I say Tio. Tio's got a sick bike.
I love it.
I like his.
Oh, yeah.
His
So
bike is-
in Brix's defense, I have to say that the license system in Australia is pretty strict. So what you have
Horseshit.
still a year to go to get the full license. So it's a long route. I ride a 1972 Yamaha XX650 hardtail bobber. So
Fucking
custom
Kickstarter.
tank,
Yeah,
custom
sick bike,
wheels,
nice bike.
custom everything. No battery, only Kickstart.
Oh wow,
And,
that's gangsta.
He likes to push that thing
That's
home.
gangsta.
It doesn't even have any fucking indicators or like mirrors on it, do you think?
I'm looking.
No mirrors, no indicators.
I'm looking at a picture of it right
no
now.
rear spring.
That's a dope little bike. I like that.
Yeah, sick. And so like we've just been trying to talk about tires recently because I've been looking to upgrade to a XVS 650 Yamaha, and looking at the old school tires. And Theo's got those on his, right?
Yep.
What is it? The Shinko Theo on the back and the
Yeah.
Avon on the front. But yeah, just looking
That's
into
right.
relacing and all that type of shit at the moment. And I mean, like that's what I was going to say before. Like this club is kind of like a little motorcycle community of its own, like that, you know, for people who are riding in real life. Like, dude, I can't find half this shit out on the internet, you know what I
Right,
mean, in forums
right.
and stuff. But like, talk to Theo and like a couple of other people in the club, like who are riding, and you get that information, you know what I mean? Because like, I'm a new rider, right? I've only been riding for like about a year and a little bit at the moment. So yeah, it's good to get that kind of info. Definitely, man, it helps out a lot.
Yeah, we got a bunch of riders in our club too. So like we have our own little like rider chat where we share information, and we have some like super hardcore guys that are, you know, in clubs and that kind of thing. One of our lords is and I won't get into specifics, but he literally lives in a custom chopper shop. Like he lives up in the in the loft and works all day on bikes. And yeah, so we have tremendous resources. To kind of help us understand MC protocol, and you know, again, just from a riding perspective, you know, guys that know every inch of a bike, every part, help each other, you know, troubleshoot things and that kind of thing. And but I can tell you, you know, haven't had the opportunity to ride with them in real life was such a great feeling. We did that out in LA in June, and it was just so much fun. And yeah, so I will tell you this though, if you guys in the future plan to do meetups and that kind of thing, one thing you can take advantage of, and this is the commercial part, is a service called Eagle Rider. So Eagle Rider is something that I use when I travel to different cities. Yeah, you can rent a bike. It's generally around, like, I'd say like $170 a day kind of thing. Unlimited mileage and so forth. But yeah, you can rent everything from, you know, an Electra Glide all the way down to an 883, and they even have, you know, different models of bikes at different locations from other manufacturers. So if you guys ever get together and you want to ride together, you can basically do it anywhere, almost anywhere, certainly almost anywhere in the U.S. in terms of big cities and many cities around the world. And if you do, when you make your reservation, use the referral code DIRTY. DIRTY.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
Well, what is that going to get us?
Nothing, but it's going to get
like
me some free rentals. So please go ahead and do that.
Nah, fucking no, man. I will do that for sure, though. Because, I mean, we've actually looked into the logistics of that, you know, and it's like we've all got to be on, like, well, personally from Australia, I've got to be on, like, a full license here and shit, so that's at least another year away for me. But, yeah, looking into all the things.
Here in the U.S., you just have to be like, here in the U.S., you just need to be 16 years old with a, well, I shouldn't say for the rental. It's probably 18 for the rentals, but might even be older. I don't know. But yeah, all you need is a motorcycle endorsement. Because we have 50 different states and the rules are different from state to state to state, there's basically reciprocity. So as long as you have a motorcycle endorsement of any kind, nobody's really going to sweat you on it. You know what I'm saying? So like if you came over here and said, yeah, I have even a junior, you know, Aussie, you know, whatever, you know, learner's permit, as long as they see an M endorsement on there, they're just going to be like, yeah, all right, whatever. We have, they don't know what it is or, you know, that kind of thing. I bet you'd be straight.
We're talking about probably up in New York State where I am, up in the Adirondacks and stuff. They're riding up there.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Up on the mountains, yeah.
Let them fly, boys. Let them fly. No, the birds, not the guns.
Shooting up the lost.
Well, the birds, not the bullets, maybe I should have said.
In our club too, dude, we have a lot of couple of veterans in our club as well too.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and actually currently serving Marine as well. Don't
Fantastic. That's great.
Who's gonna be going for a mechanic school, right?
Yeah,
Bernie?
I'm gonna be going to ETI for
Oh, that's fantastic. All right, so now I know who to hit up when I have questions.
Yeah.
Be like your own personal John Maxwell.
Nice. I like his channel. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Highly trained, unprofessional.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's sick.
He's great.
That's right.
Oh. Did we lose somebody? No.
I don't want to have to do any wrenching for a while. I had to put together a new mountain bike for my daughter yesterday, and I have another one to do today, and it's an absolute horror show. These things are so complicated. They got disc brakes and all of that. I'm like, what is this nonsense? Like, a few years ago when they got a bike, I could put it together in 15 minutes with no instructions. Now I need half an engineering degree just to be able to figure out the braking system. It's unbelievable. These kids today, they have so much. The technology is just out of hand.
Next left, guys.
My interview with the representative from UTI, whenever I was doing my enrollment shit, he was fucking late, like 2 hours late, and he fucking called me. He was like, "Dude, I'm so sorry, man. I was putting some toy cars and shit."
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And you have to do it. Yeah, you have to do it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I thought it was gonna take like 30 minutes. Nope.
Well,
Yeah, dirty. I've been on a licensed mechanic for 35
oh,
years.
wow.
Set my own shop. I did a lot of restoration.
Oh,
work.
cool.
I do a lot of custom stuff. I do airbrush work, stuff like that. Like
Oh,
my sporting goals,
nice.
I did a custom I'm on it, something like that. So I'm the artist.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Definitely.
That's so great, man. I can't draw stick figures, so I'm always like in awe of people that can work in different, artistic media like that. Like airbrushing to me is terrifying.
I love it.
That's really
Love
dope.
it. Love it. Love it.
Nice.
All right, so a few things to talk about here, I guess. So this is our old Nomads clubhouse. So like the very first one that we ever kind of officially made. So you might remember me saying before that Mother Chapter is our only chapter,
Yep.
right? So we have the Nomads as basically a war crew. So it's pretty much filled up of like basically the Sergeant at Arms and our enforcers and our tail gunners. So they're pretty much the wrecking crew, right? And if we're ever going to have another chapter one day, which hopefully we would like to do, that will be the next one to kind of kick off. But for the moment, it's built up of Mother Chapter members who are basically like the fighters in the crew. So
You can see the Nomad patch on Chucky's back right now, for example. But the bottom rocker says Nomads instead of plain county.
Well, I like that. That's kind of like, like a real MC would do, right? Like you send the Nomads out into the territory, they establish a foothold, and yeah. Oh, that's pretty dope.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's how it all kind of came about. Like, I was the founder of it a little bit after I joined. So I think it was formed in 2015 or something like that. But basically, the idea was to bring in new positions into the club, like an enforcer and a tail gunner, because we didn't have that at the time, and then also a senior enforcer, which we've later renamed as a war captain, which is our own little unique position in our club. But it's not filled. It's actually open at the moment, so we're looking for a new one soon. But basically the way that works is Sergeant at Arms is kind of in control of the Nomads and and the rest of the troops. So we kind of rely on the Nomads and their communication when we're in a fight, and they usually will have the first say, like when we're on the battlefield and what we should do next and all that type of shit. And the war captain also is the vice president's bodyguard.
I got you.
Much like the Sergeant at Arms is mine.
Yep.
Right? Like we have a bodyguard for the VP as well.
That's right. And the van following us, basically that's our tail gunning van. So in a situation we would have somebody back of the van, and if somebody comes from behind us, there's always a guy in the van who can shoot an AR against an enemy coming from behind.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And plus, you don't have to keep any of the weapons on you. You can just keep them in the van, and
There you go.
if anybody has to catch a
That's a good
case,
RP aspect
you
to
let
it
him
as
get it.
Carrying around assault rifles on our bikes.
Yep. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I wish you could have saddlebags like
Oh, that you could.
for sure.
Stagger has.
Don't even get me started
That would
on
be
that.
great. That would be great. Yeah, if you could actually
Swing
keep stuff in
swing
there.
arm bags.
Yeah.
I really wish you could have swing arm bags on the hardtail bikes in this game. That'd look fucking cool. And front fork bags, bandanas on the front.
Yep.
Replace the fenders. Oh god, yeah. Here we go. Keep going. But
Gosh, this is.
all the shit that we want in this game. But you'll be here for another episode if you want to start talking about.
Well,
that.
all you're doing is making me sad because, the way I look at it is, Rockstar Games is the biggest gaming organization on the planet. They have more resources, more money, than anybody practically, and so they could literally do anything they want with their game, right? They have the resources, they have the technical talent, and they have chosen to put in oppressors and neon-colored tanks with rail guns and these stupid. vertical lift planes that, take 25 rockets to kill and all of this stuff. They can just drop endless bombs on people. They could have absolutely, if they wanted to take a different course in terms of the development and direction of the game, they could have continually added all those little details that would enrich the immersion experience, make more of these buildings open and accessible, add all these little accessories, continually add layers to that small-scale criminal enterprise role play that the game is really all about. I mean, everybody wanted to play as Tommy Vercetti because you were basically like being like an extra in a Goodfellas movie. Like, it was amazing. You got to immerse yourself in that criminal element, right? I mean, if you want to go play Space Rangers and fly around, you can go play Destiny if you want to shoot laser guns at people. Like, if that's what I wanted to play, that's what I would have bought. I hate the fact that the game has turned into this, like, stupid nonsense with these flying bikes and lasers everywhere. I cannot stand it. I wish they had done things like what you guys are talking about, right? All those little details would help drive deeper connection with your character and keep you coming back all the time. Like, what can I add to my character today? What can I add to him tomorrow? Like, I wish they had taken that kind of a development course.
Exactly.
Well, that's another thing, because obviously the clubs are still around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, we've been here, we're not fucking going anywhere, so it would have been way cooler if they would have taken that approach. Just because we're the fucking loyal players.
That's right. That's right. It's not as though you can't have fun. Like, I don't see what adding that stupid stuff to the game. I don't see how it adds anything. You know what I'm saying? And if you wanted to make that game, I feel like they should have made that game. Right? Like, if they wanted to make some stupid game, some Max Payne 3 nonsense, or anyway, if they wanted to make some Saints Row, if they wanted to make a Saints Row, edition, they could have gone and made Saints Row somewhere else. Leave our GTA alone. Let it be what it is, which is this, immersive, small-scale crime role-play type of game, and let us do our thing. And I hate that they trashed this game. I hate it.
It gets ruined, man, like, by half the shit that's in this game now. Like, to be honest, I don't even know half the fucking stuff that can kill me.
Same.
Like, I got killed by, like, what was that what's that fucking cannon? That, like,
the orbital cannon.
I don't even know what it is. I got killed by that, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, is some cunt fucking getting me in God mode or something like that? Like, what the fuck just happened to me? Like,
you used to get banned for stuff like that on PS3. Now the devs have written it into the game. Oh,
exactly.
crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit, dude. Like,
I've been hit.
Really
I've been hit by that orbital cannon, like, no BS, 200 times. Like all the time, all the time I get hit with that thing.
Yes, it's fucking ridiculous, dude. Like public lobbies that were custom, like how they used to do it back on like Lost in the Damned and GTA 4 Online. That, I think, would be the only way to go forward now with half the shit that's in the game. You know what I mean? Like, block out half these vehicles and, like, half these weapons. Then you'd get legit fights as well between other clubs, like, because that's all you could bring into a lobby, right? Like, you used to be able to block, like, RPGs, sniper rifles, like, all these shit weapons and stuff that everybody gets in all these debates over these days, but, like, it wouldn't it be cool?
The other thing that they would have to do, if I could add it to my wish list, the other thing that I would have to do would be the matchmaking, in that you have to have a certain ping rate to be able to play in the same lobby as somebody else. Because, quite frankly, you see these kids, even if you took everything away and it was AR versus AR only, then they flip on their programs or they start downloading a bunch of data to try to interrupt their connection, and so that their bullets hit harder and that sort of thing. You get all that sweaty stuff too. And so I would like to see, like, really, like, legit, sort of competitive level lobbies. But the problem is, Rockstar won't do that because they use peer-to-peer servers instead of dedicated servers, and it means basically you can get more people in a lobby, but you have these wacky connections. So, like, this is why, again, I don't trip on scorecards anymore, just because I know personally I shoot some people sometimes. I two-shot them, and I feel bad. Like, I just pop them a couple times and they're dead, and then other times my bullets don't do anything, like, and they can two-shot me. So it's really hard to take too much pride in the combat in this game because it's not built for it.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the thing, like, because at this location where we are now, we're actually in the original Nomads charter clubhouse.
Right.
And this is not a 100,000 square foot bunker with an MOC.
Right.
This is a yard and a garage and a house in a neighborhood where we run our MC business undercover.
Yep.
And that's the whole thing about also the nomads and our fighting style. What our one person means, because one person as a term is pretty much a joke, to be honest. To us, it means that we try to play as realistic as it still is fun to us. So in our rules, we say that against another MC that plays like a one person, we go ARs only. Just because that is kind of become a term. But it didn't really go that way. When did only ARs come along? Nobody really knows, because the original UMCC, that was actually Brixie can tell you more about that. That was the first actual effort to come up with the rules set and a common way of fighting in the MC community. It was more just being fair fighter. Don't use tanks. Don't use RPGs. Fight fair and fight like a biker. So we come to our second rule against other players that are actually not MC players. We really want to go with role play style weapons. So if somebody comes on us with a flying bike, we actually try to shoot it down with an AR first. And we use pistols, we use sawn-on shotguns, and all this type of stuff that a real biker would use in a heated up gang war situation, right? And that's kind of the way we look into it. We try to be as immersive and as realistic.
Yep.
If you go balls out on us with an orbital cannon, at some point we might have to take something that we can fight you. But most likely, we will leave first.
Gotcha.
Because it's just not anymore.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. If it gets to that point, like where they're using shit like that, and we don't have anything in our arsenal to, somewhat combat it, to for somewhat of a fair fight, we will just make a collective decision to leave, man. It's just a headache, you know what I mean? These days, with half this shit that's in the game. Like back in the day, all we had to worry about was a fucking RPG,
right?
A sniper rifle, a tank, and a jet. Okay, that was it. 4 things. 4 major threats that were in the game. Everything, it was open season, for everything else. But
well, this is why, I get
it's changed, right? A lot over the years.
I get kids lecturing me every once in a while because I use explosives on vehicles. We're allowed in our club to use explosives on vehicles. As soon as they hit the ground, you're supposed to stick to your biker weapons. But if they're in a vehicle, we're allowed to blow them up. And boy, do I love it. I love it. Right? It's one of my favorite things to do in the game is blow up tanks and jets and stuff like that. Right? So I'll get these these kids who've been doing this for 6 months, if that, in the chat. Dirty, you're a 99 or 1%, you can't use an explode. And I'm like, son, you don't understand. When the 1% thing came out, we didn't have all these things in the game. There weren't invisible helicopters and orbital cannons and all this bull shock on demand and all of that kind of stuff. So you have to adapt over time to the reality of the environment. I mean, and the fact is all these kids who are yelling all the time, oh, we've got to have an MC council. These are going to be the rules. Where are they now? And when they come at me and they're like, hey, and I'm like, bro, do you realize you're like the 37th friggin' kid could come to me and ask if I want to be in the council that's going to, finally fix the MC community? I think it's adorable and I think it's admirable, but I'm straight. I'm going to stick with my club. We're going to figure out what works for us as a club, and we're going to live and die by that. Simple.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, let's get into this now then, because we're on this topic. I definitely want to touch on that kind of stuff as well, and the 1% rules, where they've come from and shit, because people love to talk about it, man. They love to talk about it, where it comes from, and how their club holds up this 1% image and shit. But like you're saying, dude, over the years shit's changed, and these clubs who were around for this 1% of stuff to begin with had to adapt. So all of us who have been around doing this for a while, like yourselves, like us, and like like say the Banshees, for example, like shout out to them, great fucking club. They run their shit very strict, right? Like, you know, on their 1% side, that's fine. Like, but the thing is, like, we've all been doing this in our own way over these years, and like, the fuck if you're going to tell us like how to do it any different?
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't feel comfortable going to any one of those clubs and saying, hey, like, I don't agree on your rule, like that is in our 1% code that is a little bit different, right? So like, you know, I don't deem you as 1%ers. I don't think of people like that, like on here as the fighting style as being 1%er. Like, one of our older members said this to us at one point. We've rolled with this like ever since. He knows who he is if he's listening. But basically, 1% of the people that you meet on this game are like-minded, good group of people,
Yep.
right? Like good guys, like that you can get along with and have a fucking great time. And 99% of them are a bunch of fucking man-childs and just like fucking horrible kids that
Yeah.
like just have no fucking idea about like, sorry, anything.
That's right.
But like they feel they do, and like I guess like, you know, it gets warped, man. This whole 1% and shit. So just to say this now, I can tell you right now where the original 1% rules come from. Right, the very first people that ever even came up with that, because I was around them when it was happening. So our past two presidents, Wasberger, much respect, Wazza, if you're listening right now, and Grim, also, if you're listening right now as well, much respect to you too. But they were actually two original board members on what was called the UMCC, so the United Motorcycle Club Council, and it started back on PS3.
Yeah.
It was consisted of about, okay, the people on the board. So we had, like our past two presidents at the time. And then I think it was made up of about 4 other people with about 6 other clubs or something. So about
JJ
6 clubs,
Colshane
like,
from the
all
Warlocks and
together
all
that,
those
like,
guys, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Freshy, Gonzo,
Yep.
those guys, we're still friends with them to this day. Big shout out to them too. Awesome guys. Yeah, so they can even tell you too, like exactly where it comes from and why it was actually even made in the first place. It was actually made for roleplay purposes, to be honest with you. Like, it wasn't this whole fair play shit, but that is what it turned into, right? So for people that don't know how this actually worked, basically this board came up with the original 1% rules, right? So like, it was consisted of like, what was it, a sawn-off shotgun, a pistol, an SMG, and I think it was an assault rifle, okay? And then any club who wanted to agree to these rules would sign up, and they would end up rocking a UMCC patch on their back, like on their original cuts. So a lot of these clubs that were in the UMCC, like, didn't even get along. Like, they were fighting each other. But every time they fought each other, they knew that they were following the same rules, right? So if there was any problem, they would bring it to the council, and these people would overlook it and basically say, okay, like, yeah, these dudes like went out of that 1%er like rule book or whatever that they had at the time, and that's where it all kind of started to begin, right? You had about 20 something different clubs that were a part of it, and I'm pretty sure that nearly every single one of them is dead like now in this game, and then they're no longer around. So it's just wild to me that, you know, when you hear like all these like kids and shit speaking of like these 1% rules and stuff, and like you know, it's a shout out to the original people back in the day that did it and all that type of shit, and it's so far from like what they were trying to do. Like, people have got it so mixed over the years, I'll say that, like, that's for sure.
That is a fact. But yeah, like I said, I just, you know, come see me 5 years from now. That's what I always tell them. Like, all right, kid, we'll see if you're still with the business 5 years from now, then I'll listen to what you have to say. But if this is your 13th club in the past 8 months, your opinion means absolutely nothing to me. Absolutely nothing. So less than nothing. I feel angry that I've wasted brain power even listening to you. You know what I mean? Like, I can't. No interest in any of that. But nah, that's real stuff, man. All right, so what's next on the agenda?
So we have the last location. Okay. So we're gonna be riding back to Sandy at the Boneyard to go check out our second clubhouse. It's a whole new custom level. You're gonna love it.
Cool.
It's a really interesting one. Yeah, let's ride out. The last location.
So only a handful of people have kind of seen this outside our club. So we're pretty excited to kind of showcase this this level. So this used to basically be our own little clubhouse before we got the whole biker DLC.
Right on.
But we're gonna have to load up a level to do it. But yeah, just a heads up to to the X-Hub. Sorry, we're not trying to copy you or anything here, like in your whole episode. But it's the same location. We just got similar taste. That's all.
There's only so many locations in this game.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Hey, we like the same stuff.
That's
a
right.
good.
And another great club, by the way.
No doubt. Yeah.
Great original club that have been around for a long time, and like, yeah, we're good friends with them. Well, I wouldn't say good friends. We're friends with them, but yeah, and like this is the thing, right? Like we've been inviting them and a couple of other clubs we get along with to our runs, like that we host every year. So we have 3 runs a year that we host. We're up to our 4th annual Death Riders run, which is in the next 2 months. And that was the very first run that we ever started off with that. So we have a poker run as well during the year, and mile killers run as well.
We just
So
had
they're all into
poker
the
young
second and
couple
third.
weeks back.
Nice. Yeah, I've been to one of your poker runs and a drag racing event that you guys hosted. Both of those I had a great time at.
And you won.
Well, I didn't want to brag, but yeah, I put it down. I pretty much smoked everybody. Now that you bring it up, I mean, yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
You remember when we got a photo of you with on a different bike? Like, what was it, like a bagger? Like that has to be like a first, right?
Oh
Like,
no, yeah.
seeing you on like a different bike, like in like a photo.
Yeah. No, sometimes I have a few different bikes, but I destroy them all. Cause like I just want to have gargoyles on my quick call list, so like when I'm out battling, I don't want to have to like sort through like which bike I'm trying to call. It's always a gargoyle. And then if we're doing like a chill ride or something like that, I might pull out my Sriracha bike, which is a baggo with like nice like red paint and that kind of thing, and that that's fun. But 9 times out of 9, I just want to ride my gargoyle because I love it and I can just push it hard.
Yeah, for real, man.
I would like to point out we're also making more runs as well.
Cool.
I got one in the works right now. It's for Memorial
Awesome.
Day for my fellow active duty veteran reserve service members.
Nice.
Outlaw was in the Air Force. Tommy and Theo, they were in the military as well over in their country. So it'll be
for real, man.
soon.
That'd be sick. Yeah, we've also got as well the Boneyard Chopper Bash. So the place that we're going to now, we're having an event in the next couple of months. And basically the idea, we're going to invite a few different builders along to the show. So it's going to give each builder a chance, like over a couple of months, to actually build out a chopper and then present it on the day.
Nice.
On behalf of their custom shop. So
Oh, that's great.
we've got a few people in mind, and yeah, but we're looking to kind of meet other clubs and stuff like that in that time.
Yeah.
Like our runs are a little bit more exclusive. Like we'll only invite people along to our runs that we kind of know. You know what I mean? Like we're not really gonna chuck it out there, I guess, as random
To the
invites or
quote
anything
unquote
like that if we haven't
community.
talked to you beforehand. Yeah.
Yep.
So we're looking to branch out a little bit more from that, from friends of friends kind of thing. So we can still have a little bit of trust involved within the show, but because we want to keep things running smoothly, and you want like-minded people there, and
Yep.
everybody's got to be on that same page of what you're trying to do. So yeah, let's overtake this car, guns. Fuck this guy.
Oh.
Did someone get
Tommy got
smoked?
taken down.
Sorry.
I'm good.
Damn, that looked brutal.
And be careful of that truck there on the left. I think he was taken, or left there. Alright, gun, dude, lead us into the parking spots. So yeah, we're gonna have like a public like builders section on the day of the Boneyard Chopper Bash. So there's gonna be 3 invited builders, 4 including ourselves, like from Bob's Choppers, which is our own custom chopper shop. But on the day, yeah, we're gonna have like a public kind of builders section. But I just got to say, if you're going to come along to the event, it better be up to standard because there's going to be an inspection on the way in at the door. And if we don't like what, you've got to show. Sorry, not hard feelings or anything, but it's gonna get down to way. Like if you rock up with any of that shit like we were talking about before, like a clown bike for an example, like a purple and green bike or something like that, we're gonna, it's gonna get turned down.
Yep.
But yeah. So that's the next event that we've got planned in the works. It's coming up in the next couple of months, along with our 4th annual Death Riders run. So yeah, stay tuned for that shit.
Nice.
Alrighty, so this is our our 2nd Clubhouse from back in the day.
Yep. And next Bricks is gonna send us an invite to the captions.
Sure, but you know what I'm gonna do first? Let's go take a piss.
Very good.
So if you guys
Actually,
want to talk a little bit more
we can
shit
just
for a
head
couple of
inside
minutes.
and see this in the current condition. So what you're gonna be witnessing soon is something very, very different.
Oh, there's a gang attack. What do you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
be
let's
careful.
try not to start it. Unless you want to.
I kind of do.
I think because this is a playlist. I don't know if it's got a timer or not on it. So
Just put it.
I'll start it up when everybody's ready.
Only, so it shouldn't have.
Yeah. I'm not sure about the playlist I did. I think they end up just ticking over without
well, let's
setting
just,
a time, but I
let's
could be
just
wrong.
get everybody in after you come from the. Oh, he's gone. But no worries. Brixie holds a bottle of beer next to his bunk, and he can just piss in the bottle.
Yo, don't think I haven't done it. Don't think I haven't done it. In one of those 14-hour lobby wars, I've been there.
It's good to know I'm not alone on doing it.
Back in the old days.
Dude,
Luckily, my
man.
pisser is like just behind my bed, like in another room, so I can stay on the mic at the same time.
Well, unfortunately, we still have to fucking hear that act happen.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
When you do it.
That's right. I pissed 3 times in this whole interview, and has anyone noticed?
Surprisingly quiet. You've been sitting down, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, that's how I've been keeping it quiet.
I can hear the pissing.
Yeah.
Almost.
Alright, I'll be back in a sec.
All right.
I'm gonna go and piss from a porch.
All right, we're all taking a break.
Looking at the fjords.
Everybody in the chat, entertain yourselves for a minute. We're taking an intermission.
Yeah.
We will be right back in a couple of minutes. I'm going to go refill my coffee, as a matter of fact. Let's play a game in the chat, guys. If you're in the chat and you've been here since the start of the stream, shout yourself out in the chat. And if you're part of a GTA MC, throw in your club and how long you've been a member. Be right back.
That's just awesome.
pork spare ribs.
All right, I got my coffee reloaded.
All right. So actually, Dirty, while you were away, I just gave a notice to everybody. We actually on our website we do have an Outlaw Radio.
Oh, cool.
I just
Definitely.
I just sent you the link in Instagram, so maybe you can put it up in the stream.
Sure.
So there's hold on, 12 shows. They are from 1 hour
14.
30 around.
14 actually.
So-
If you hit by the bottom icon, you'll get an extra couple. Sorry, Theo. But
That's right. That's
Each one
right.
thought-
So 15. That's what I
15.
said
There you
actually
go.
first. So 15 different radio shows around 1 hour and 30 minutes. Classic rock, punk rock, you name it, all MC type of stuff. You can listen it while you ride.
Oh, that's dope. Now, how do you get away with not getting channel strikes?
It's not on YouTube, so it's on the website. And actually, the member that did this, unfortunately, great dude. Not anymore in the club.
It's an embedded
but-
feature. It's an embedded feature on the website. It's not listed to any other specific third.
Oh, I
sites.
got you. I
Yeah,
got you. I
yeah,
got
so
you. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's called Outlaw Radio. So like the whole thing is like it's called the Real Rebel Radio Station. It's like it's motto. Like so basically, if you got a link to it, you can go find it. Tons of great music on
Let's
there.
put it on
and,
Instagram. Too dirty. Direct message.
Yep.
nice.
I shot that to the chat.
Also,
Go ahead.
Awesome.
Also, it's great to listen to when you're actually riding in real life because, like, you can scroll through other shit on your phone while you're having that playing in the background. And I listen to it all the fucking time when I ride, like pretty much like non-stop. Like I'll chuck on a show, it's just got like a bunch of different tracks to it, or one after the other. And yeah, it's kind of designed for that as well, like being able to ride along to and. Like here obviously, but like it doesn't hurt in real life as well.
Well, my problem with my playlist on my bike is like I ride according to the song sometimes. Like I'll just be like cruising along, right? Listening to like some Smokey Robinson, like just real chill, and then all of a sudden like Metallica, Lords of Summer comes on, and there's just something about that song I hammer down on it. I just love it. I love it so much.
That's it.
But
that's it. You always find yourself going like 20 k's or something
yeah,
above the speed limit every
man.
time some metal comes on.
Yeah. I'll tell you what though, you gotta be careful with that music. I had I used to put a lot of like commercial music on my videos and that kind of thing. Didn't really care, didn't care about monetization or any of that. So I was just like, hey, I'd rather have a good song over the video than, you know, make $3, you know. So but then I got hit with Five Finger Death Punch. Those cocksuckers hit me with two channel strikes. Yeah, and if you get 3 channel strikes, YouTube shuts your channel down.
Jesus.
So I deleted them off all my playlists. They're blacklisted for me personally on any of my devices. I don't listen to them. If they show up on a playlist that I'm listening to, I change the channel. Like, man, those guys are clowns for doing that. I couldn't believe it. Like, I'm not trying to make money off their stupid songs. I just, I'm a fan of the music, so what the heck if you share it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I would see it as that anyway. Like, say if I was going to use like a song from a band, like in a clip or something, like that's a shout out to them, man. That's like fucking like you're inspired by like their music, man. Like
straight
like,
up,
you know what I mean? Like it's yeah. I guess it's just that whole copyright shit.
When I was a kid, you would take a tape, right, and you would put it in your boombox. If you were lucky, you had a record button. If you were super lucky, you had 2 decks so you could record one to the other. But you would put a tape in, and you would sit there and you'd listen to the radio. Like up in Boston, I listened to like WAAF or WBCN or whatever, and like you'd sit there and wait for the song to come on, and like the DJ would be yapping. He'd be like, "All right, now here's the latest hot track from Guns N' Roses," and like you'd be like, "All right, shut up, dude, shut up, dude, shut up, dude," like waiting for him to shut up, and then boom, try to hit that record button at exactly the right moment. You know what I mean? Yeah, and you.
I remember doing that shit.
Yeah, so when you showed up at a party, like you showed up with an actual mixtape. You know what I mean? Like
Radio recording.
yeah.
I had put a fucking Five Finger Death Punch song on a video I made, and like the second day it was up, it got taken down.
Oh man.
It was like,
Yeah, they're bums.
fucking-
They're
It was
bums.
a good video.
Hey guys, we can continue this.
Yeah, let's
talk
get it.
in the custom level as well.
Thank you.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
going.
All right, everybody ready? I'll start up the session just in case it fucking over times or whatever and just starts it. Try and join up as quick as you can.
Sounds good. Boston Plays in the chat says, you're old like me. You remember those stations, Boston? You got Boston in your name. You must remember them. I don't even know if they're still on. I haven't listened to terrestrial radio in, gosh, 10 years probably. I don't even know. Been a long time. I used to like, if you're actually from Boston, I used to really like FNX. They played a lot of like alternative rock in like the early 2000s. And they would be playing like club level stuff that wasn't commercial. And yeah, I love that channel. It was such a good channel. All right, I'm in.
Yeah, sick.
I remember listening to 8-tracks for God's sake.
Yeah, my mother, man, she'd run 8-tracks. I remember she used to listen to Jim Croce, and I love him. Now, you know, when I was a kid, I thought he was kind of corny.
I got a
but
name.
yeah. I still have him on my playlist to this day.
Right?
Chucky.
Here we get everybody.
Just went down to Chucky.
Hey, Boca. What's up? Welcome. Snoochie Boochie sending love in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Is he? Wait, he's not online, is he? Or
I don't know.
it's one of our patch members.
He's in the chat.
We could Chucky.
Might not have been able to jump on. But anyways, if everyone's ready to go, we can launch this.
Yep, for sure.
Yep.
So, Dirty, this is like a co-op mission. So I know it's like a capture job. You set into teams, but like treat this as if you're going into free room, right? Like, so you know how we're doing the whole promo picks and stuff, and you do the action, right, to get rid of the aggressive stance. Yep, same thing,
All
man.
right.
Like, and then just walk around, and we'll take you on a little tour through what we've got to showcase.
Boston.
And you can also read the description
Okay.
that Brixie put out.
Yeah.
It's a little role play stuff there.
Yep.
Yes, let me know when you're ready to go, man, for enough time for people to read the description and stuff, and we'll hit it.
Hot Rod Pinup, thank you very much for following. Appreciate you, man. Hope you enjoy the content.
Good old Mustang.
There we go. I think we're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah. All right. Hit and play. All right. So this is basically like our hangout now. Used to be our old clubhouse, like our old second custom clubhouse that we had back in the day. So I spent many drunken nights putting this thing together, trying to get it all fucking perfect. And when the Biker DLC came,
I'm sorry, I gotta be.
I had to change all the bikes.
Please explain it. I gotta go AFK for 1 second. I'll be right back.
No worries. doesn't work.
Alright, sorry about
Oh,
that,
you
sorry
that?
about that.
You there, Daddy?
I'm back.
No worries, no worries. We were just kind of scared for a second you'd get kicked, because, like, the idle on this job is, like, for, like, I don't know, about a minute maybe, and you'll get kicked out.
Oh, no.
So, just be careful of that for a second. If it happens to you again, just, like, turn your controller around or something in circles, so, like, your character just keeps, like,
I got you.
know, doing laps or whatever
yep.
like that, yeah, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, just go ahead and walk in.
So this is basically, yeah, the custom clubhouse where I was talking to you about before. So there's the boneyard. We've kind of blocked off this whole section here, like on the left-hand side. It's all been, yeah, blocked off on the outside. There's basically a fence that'll run the entire perimeter of the property. And yeah, if you walk in the front doors, we'll show you around.
Oh man, look at
that
this.
Again, Do that again, Ark.
So we got burnout pits to your right-hand side.
Bro, what?
Left stage area to your left-hand side. We got the Lost Girl up there with the zombie chopper on show. There's a whole backstory to this, so there's about 6 different jobs that you can do in this playlist that we've got, but unfortunately we can only show you guys a couple today because otherwise we'll be here all fucking night. But yeah, so basically there's lost chicks that we've picked up here, or like we picked up on another level, and they're all hanging out now basically at the Clubhouse.
It's wild.
Yeah, so we got this little bar over here with the fucking jerry cans that were meant to be the beer.
This looked like Pruno. Yeah, I was gonna say somebody got the kicker in there. That's funny.
So yeah, you can go around the back and like of the bar, and you can use the cola machine. I think. Oh wait, actually, maybe not in the level, but yeah. Anyway, we've got the bike on the back bar. There's like that, all the signs and shit, and like all these little things that I added and blocked off the back area here, like this back door. So like I tried to close it off entirely, so like you could make it feel like a more enclosed kind of area. And then we have a Fight Club cage.
Yep.
To the side here. So we'll go over that for a little second. So of course, like many MCs, we do fight clubs. Actually, let's take a step back. Take a step back here, Dirty, if you can, towards the bar, just because they'll start to lock onto the players that are the outside of the cage. Yeah. So it's better to stand back a little bit. So we do this all in first person, just because it makes it a bit more immersive. Like it puts the character's hands like up and looks a little bit more legit. So usually we run fight clubs like this, like most of the time.
That is awesome.
I keep locking onto you guys.
What in the
world?
Are you in different teams?
Yeah.
No, you on different teams? You on the same team?
Guns, you have an outfit?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I don't think he does.
Yeah,
Guns,
it's
get some
alright.
clothes on.
Doesn't really matter. Some people have got Fight Club outfits, some people don't, but
What are you doing? Get out of the fucking cage.
Yeah.
and also to the right hand side there, you'll see you've got the bleachers like section, like with the stands there. So you can go around the side there of the shelves and.
You know the drill. There we go.
Kick his ass, Bonnie. Got him with the 1-2.
Oh man, made short work of him.
That's a dive, man.
Night, night.
Damn.
Anybody else? No? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep the fights rolling.
I'll go.
You don't want to fight that methed out tweaker. You're in the same team, guys.
Eat my ass. How about we do a 2v2?
I can go, Bernie.
Okay.
So yeah, we've basically got a bunch of mini activities that we like to do, like this, like Fight Club, and we've got another one as well out the back. We'll show you that in a little bit.
Great, this is awesome.
We'll give you just a little bit more of a tour after this, like down the other side of the clubhouse or out the back area. That's really the only part left to show. But yeah.
Oh, this is a battle.
Yeah. So.
Oh, the two-piece.
Get him
Coming right back. Oh, you ain't having it.
This is not Red Dead.
T-Bird goes down.
Nice work. Nice work.
Can't stop the train.
Which team? Oh, okay. Never mind. We're on the same team. Forget it.
So, Dirty, one thing in this club you'll get when you join up is a road name. That's, well, a nickname.
Yep.
So, yeah, like that's a big kind of thing in this club. Like, I mean, like everybody's got one, whether you like it or not. Like, it's well, when you don't like it is when it probably sticks. Like,
No, you fucking don't. You don't get to choose a lot of that kind of shit. You don't get things that happen to you get named after you either. Yeah, it happens all the time.
yeah.
There's a story there.
Like I say, we're a bunch of assholes.
Well, okay, so what happened is this. I was also former road captain before Guns was, and I had a certain thing happen to me every single time we pulled out of anywhere, which was I would get T-boned by any and every vehicle in the game. No matter what I do, instant. And so that colloquially
And he's not the road captain anymore.
Oh, don't even start. Because of that, I unfortunately now get the term chuckied every time you get hit by a car.
Oh, that's
any angle
funny.
Yeah, super happy.
Nice.
I don't like that. I really don't.
This map is awesome.
I look both ways.
Who built this?
Not like
I did.
Very well done. Did you put that sign in back there, that yellow sign?
Cheese too, though.
Yeah, and that one that says "Caution, drive slow" above the
that's brilliant.
bridge and shit.
That
like
is
above
brilliant.
There. I tell you now, the bikes, trying to get like the bikes like on the bar and like over there on the stage, that was the biggest nightmare in this level because like I won't even go into it. It was way too complicated to try and explain. Like, but yeah, it was a cunt. I'll just say that it was terrible.
Understood.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a map builder myself, so I understand all the little things that will drive you crazy when you're trying to build a map. You know what they really need is an undo button. They need an undo button so bad.
Definitely, because like, yeah, that happened heaps. Like, if I didn't, I'd have to constantly save it every single like move I'd make.
Yep.
I would save, you know what I mean, and then save again, just because like if I did two moves, you know, like two placements or something, like with the chair or like, you know, a layer or something, and I didn't save it, everything just goes fucked, and then like you got to restart it all again, like from that last point, and like, it's a fucking nightmare, man. But
when you put a whole bunch of props close together like that, like if you want to delete that one and you end up deleting the main stage or something under it, now you got to rebuild the whole friggin' thing. It sucks so bad.
Yep, that's it, dude. I mean, that's like, I don't know how many layers right there, you know, on the stage, and then you've got the outer layers of the hay bales and the cones and stuff. Like, it's just, it's a fucking nightmare. Like after a while, I had a lot of patience back in the day, like when I was making this. Not so much now. There's no fucking way I'd put anything like this together now. But one last thing to show you over here in the back section. So this is like our old like meeting room. So same thing, had to fill in the floors where the cars were, so we didn't fall through the map. And we just used to basically use this, like, stand around like this, like in a session. You get paid for it at the same time when you're at church, and the money.
Go ahead and bang.
Oh yeah, wait if I can even do it. So, like, wait, what? I've only got the pool cue, so if I had a hammer. You know, it's like, all right, we're done with church, and like everybody who's to the left and the right of me would just have to move the fuck away, and I'm trying to hit this like table, you know, with a hammer like that. And I ended up smacking someone in the face like, to the left or the right of me.
Oh man, that is so dope though. It's such a great idea to do your club meetings in a session, because like you say, everybody's earning at the same time. I love that. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, man. No, it was good. Like, everyone's getting paid for it, like, just from being in a session like this. And I think it's half an hour that the job runs for. You get paid more anyway if you stick around for the entire thing.
And
speaking of which, how about Brooksy, you go through what is actually the purpose of this mission and what we're gonna be going to do next?
Oh yeah. Yeah, for real. Well, okay, so the setup mission was basically like we went and picked up the Lost Girls from Stab City, and actually at our clubhouse now, the Shore Bar in Sandy Shore. So this was made before the Barker DLC, right? So like I didn't have any idea that they were going to use that Shore Bar and stuff like for this level. I just ended up choosing that. So like that, we kind of naturally ended up going there anyway because it was in the middle of Sandy Shores. But it's just a funny coincidence, I guess, that I put that in one of the levels. But basically, this one is that they're up at the Yellow Jack at the moment, all the Lost members. It's pretty much exactly like the Whiskey a Go Go, or sorry, wait, the Tequila La La La, or La La missions that you get, like where you go into the bar and you're getting a fucking bar fight with like baseball bats and knives and whatever. It's basically exactly the same like as that, like up at the Yellow Jack. So there's all these Lost members that'll come out in the car park, and you can funnel them into the Yellow Jack and have a bar fight even if you want to as well. But it's basically just a free roam session without cops where you can just chill out and like not have to worry about any of that type of shit and just kind of have fun, and you get paid for it at the same time.
Hell yeah, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
How about we go and beat up some Lost?
For real. And actually, might as well bring that up now as well, since we just said that. So, one kind of rule that we've got in our club, anyone that's listening now, if you're like thinking about joining us, we don't allow anyone that's in law enforcement in your real life. So, if you are currently serving in law enforcement, any party, like any country, you're hoping to to serve in law enforcement, or you have before, this club ain't for you. Like basically is what we're trying to say. Like our group dynamic here is like, yeah, we just don't allow like cops like in this club. It's just a personal choice that we've come to. Like but yeah, we have to definitely put that out there.
The main point is that we are really open-minded crew, but like it's just to protect our members. We have some members that have some history, right, on the wrong side of law, and we just want to protect our own.
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, it's nothing personal. It's just like, well, if you want to hear my personal opinion, you can, but like you probably won't want to. But it's not. That's nothing to do with that. It's like what we've built here is like we couldn't have it. It would just it's a conflict of interest within the members who are currently here, and yeah.
Hey, let's get a move on and go see the Yellow Jack.
Yeah, for real.
You don't have to pay them, guys. That's funny.
You guys have to invite me again. I got kicked for some reason.
Did you?
You can always expect that I can hit you.
Yeah, wait, how much long? Where's the timer on this level, actually?
I don't know, it said I won the match and kicked me out.
There's not a timer, I don't believe.
What the fuck? That's weird.
Yeah, well, let's just
not one
run it. He'll be able to join the next one.
Yeah, Daddy, if you join... Oh, was it Daddy that got kicked, or was it you, Mustang?
No, I'm in here, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Do you have a bike?
I didn't bring a bike in here. Are these like community bikes?
No,
these prop
you don't
bikes?
bring a bike.
Yeah.
Oh, alright, I was like, wait.
You're gonna have to get on something that's not a go-go.
Take the zombie chopper. I got one of these. That was the first bike I bought when the DLC came out. It reminded me of T-Lad. I wanted to get the red rims on it.
Hell yeah. So we have the Lost Slam van as well as a default spawn vehicle in this game. So if you ever want to ride that around, start this up and you can, yeah.
I'm just thinking of riding in real life right now and how like this loose this sand is. And all I'm thinking to myself is I gotta be careful on gotta be careful on my turns. Don't turn too sharp. Yeah.
Dude, I came across like a sand patch the other day on the road, like just as I was taking a turn, scared the shit out of me. It was just like
man.
I had to like pretty much brake, you know, like fully avoid it. But yeah, like it's like stay the fuck away from that shit.
Yep. I dumped my bike at Holliesville, USA, in Pennsylvania a few weeks ago. It was raining and cold, and I saw the "Welcome to Holliesville" sign, and I wanted to get a picture with my bike there. And so I went sliding in, and I went in through the grass, and it was just like, bike just went sideways. I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Took a tumble.
Yeah.
It was great, though. I don't care. I don't care at all. I bounced right back up again, but it was like, it's just, you know, the front wheel, you turn it even a tiny amount on a street bike. It is not built for any of that off-road stuff, like, at all.
No traction, man. Like that happened to me. I've only ever gone down once, like since I started riding, and it was that pretty much exactly what you just said. But I was going around a roundabout in the rain, and I hit an oil patch just before like I was about to take off again, and like as soon as I hit it, I was like, ah, fuck, like, you know what I mean? Like, here we go. But anyway, went round it, and it's up to me as well, man. Like, it was like a lot of it was my fault. I took the turn way too, like, you know, like hard for the condition. But as soon as I started to turn, like, no traction front wheel, man. Fucking bike was out from underneath.
It happens.
That was the first like spill I've ever had.
Yeah, I don't even count. I don't even.
It was only like 10, 15k, so it wasn't too bad.
I don't even count those off-road ones at all. Like, I just look at that like that's just. You know what I mean? Oops, I was just tipping my bike over. No big deal. I've done that. I don't know how many times. I call that, it's a drop, not a crash. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for a little bail.
Yeah. I feel,
man.
My bike, I feel bad for it. Everybody always talks about like Harley riders and how they spend more time, you know, cleaning their bike in the garage than they do riding it. That ain't the case with me. Like, my bike is so filthy and abused. Like, I love it, but I, you know, show my love through, you know, aggressive action on it all the time. I don't like just sitting and polishing it.
What's next? We're gonna ride the bikes back to the hangout, and that should be this mission.
Or you can stay and fight the motherfuckers if you want, because there's plenty of them. So if you do that, stay in your teams. Like otherwise you'll knock each other out.
If you guys quit it says you guys are on an active job, so I can't get in. I can just spectate. Spectate it, because it will send you to the next job that we do along with it.
This won't last for like more than 5 minutes, and then we'll get to the next one, and you can get on.
All right, great.
I think something's fucking up with the timer, so I reckon it's going to run it like once you've delivered all the vehicles. So just let one team win, deliver all the vehicles, then we can start up that next one, or automatically it'll do it once that's done.
Yeah, so red team is actually on top, so I'm just gonna give you this bike here. Run.
Get in, Foxy.
Yeah. Fucking Foxy, I haven't heard that in a while.
I can't tell which bike is. There we go.
We still got some bikes.
We still got some lost members.
Are we dropping it for the team 1 or?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't. I forgot. You can't melee in captures. I keep trying to kick these guys off my bike, and you can't.
Oh yeah, they take away that or those physics.
Yeah, it's weird,
like
right?
from the capture missions, which sucks, man. Like you can't even like hit with your weapon or anything like that from a bike.
Need 2 more.
2 more.
Bring the bikes for the red team.
I got one.
We got a couple, yeah.
Hey, Briggsy.
Yep.
You know, I should call my girlfriend's thing for Foxy. I'm not even joking.
Yo, Reef, can you get the other gate open?
Oh, are we trying to deliver the bikes to the red team? To team 1? To end the map?
Yeah, that'll just end the map to the next mission.
just-
The time is fucking
I just
up
brought one over
for some
I
reason.
just brought one over to the other. I was like, I got one.
It's okay, man.
usually we do it as a competition, but right now we're just gonna go for the next one.
Yeah, let's go check out the next one. We've been at this for over 2 hours now. It's been fantastic.
Oh shit. See, like we were kind of worried we didn't want to like overrun it or anything like that. So this last mission,
This is great.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up for sure.
No, it's like I said, you know, when we did the photos, normally that's about a 30-minute process. It would have taken us an hour and a half, 2 hours to get it done. It's just, I knew this was going to be a long episode, and for a club with so much history and so many different facets to it, it's man, this is so great. For anybody who is, you know, looking for a club and watches this whole thing, they're going to have an opportunity to learn so much about you. I think this is really great. Really great.
Yeah, for real, man.
How does one...
it's awesome. Thanks heaps for having us as well. It's like so much appreciated.
Of course. You guys have certainly earned it. It's not, you know, it's no small thing to be able to keep a club around for as long as you have. What's the, for anybody who is interested in joining, how do they go about that?
Outlaw.
Yeah, so we have a Wix website. You can contact us through our Instagram at Grim Legion MC, and somebody will be with you shortly. On our website on Wix, if you Google Grim County or Grim Legion MC, it'll come up with our website. You can just fill out an application, sit back and hang tight, and one of us will be with you momentarily.
That's great. That's great. And I'll put that link in the description of this video as well once it goes up on YouTube.
Yep.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Sick, man. All right. Well, we've got the last job here. So this is gonna. We'll need to do a little bit of a setup, or just we're gonna try and do something here. Hopefully, it's gonna work.
Your bricks.
So if you're all ready to rock,
for sure.
Is everyone in the same sesh? Because I can't hold the timer on this one now.
Yeah, I think we're all here. OG is here.
Yep.
We go.
All right. Awesome. Okay. So, Dirty.
Yep.
I think we might get you to be one of the people that actually goes with maybe the road captain or another rider to draw the lost in. So what we're going to try and do here is like a bit of an ambush. So on this level, the clubhouse doors, the front doors that you walked through before, they're open. Okay. So they're open so you can ride your bike back into the clubhouse for cover. Okay, when you lead all these lost members back to this
So the lost
little
will be
fenced off
following.
area.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
So try to think of this like when you do it. If you're going to be the one to go with one of our members, try not to shoot any of them and try to just get away. Like basically try to lead them back here,
Understood.
like as best you can without like trying to take like any of them out. So we'll have one person go with Dirty and everybody else can be a part of the ambush. So
Who's going to be the rabbit
maybe
with
a couple
me?
people up on the rooftops.
So how about we take Guns for sure, but also because Guns doesn't have a mic, maybe Brixie, you could go with him.
I'll go with him.
Yeah.
I got it. I'll go.
Or
with
Outlaw?
this.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can go for it, man. Yeah. Yep.
Outlaw, Dirty, and Guns, and for all the rest, we're gonna be waiting here with our guns ready to
For the
shoot.
ambush. I love it.
So
I'm at the gate, Outlaw.
take the route. Take the route down past the Yellow Jack, and then go down to the main road and take a right there. Like don't go the opposite route where you got to drive back that way because it'll be harder. So basically, you'll be leading them down the highway that we took to get
Right
here,
on.
and then you just take the exact same turn-offs that you did on the to
Gotcha.
here. And then drive your bike when you get up here. Drive it through the front door here, man, and drive it to the end. Park her up. Get off your bike. Get your weapon out, and get ready for
Sounds good.
whatever's to come.
I'm going to slow up for you guys.
So hopefully this is going to work. Oh shit, I think I gave
It's a
everybody
tricky
sawn
one.
off shotguns.
Yeah. You need to go fast enough so they don't shoot
Yep.
you, but you also need to go slow enough so they
So you
can't
don't
shoot
lose them. I got you.
So
Yeah, and you'll see them though. You'll see them on the map.
melee.
Like you'll see how far they get to you on the map.
All right.
You'll just see. It's like when you're in a public session, you see a bunch of bikers coming at you. You know, you see all those dots like coming along the map.
Whoa!
Like
There's a million of them.
Run through. Keep going. Head back.
And everybody here, get behind the fence so the guys have room. Actually, take that bike off there in the road. That's just too close.
That's it.
Get that
Hit it,
bike
hit it,
out.
guys, hit it.
You got him.
I can see. I can see you.
Go.
Get going. And everyone else, get ready.
Hard on me.
I got him off.
Gonna take this bike off.
Clear the front entrance, boys.
Yep.
We're gonna need
Clear
that
the
space to
front
get in.
entrance so you can ride straight in. There we go. That's good. That's good.
Left up here.
Stay behind the cover here. Ready to shoot.
Oh, I'm off-roading. Let's go.
That's good.
Nearly here, guys. Nearly here.
We're gonna have to take all the bikes.
Yeah, it's okay to leave the bikes there. It should be fine. It's okay. Don't worry about it, Fix. Just get in the position.
There we
All
go.
of us. All of them.
Nice guy.
This is
Got the
wild.
girl on you
Yeah,
now.
there's a ton of them.
Oh, that's to say,
Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, they got me.
The people that are riding right now.
Here they come.
I went through about 400 snacks too.
They are here.
I'm bringing the rest of them.
Nice.
I think let's ambush them now then. They're at the front.
Yeah, the second wave is coming.
Yeah.
They got fresh reinforcements. Get ready, boys.
Nice.
Be careful with your teams as well, because we'll smack each other out.
Just as you said. Just as you said, Briggs.
And the Lost Girls help out, by the way, so they're on your side.
Nice.
Some bitch comes running out with a fucking throwing off. That's your teammate.
These hoes ain't loyal.
Boom.
Oh, this gate doesn't open. I'm going outside the wire, boys. Oop. Whoa! Oh, it's Archangel.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Careful.
Is that all of them?
Sorry.
I think so. So,
Looks
but
like
if you
it,
go
yeah.
back to that location, like where you were, that they'll all spawn again, like on foot. So, like then you
Wow.
can basically fight them again,
the
and like you know,
Nice.
yeah.
Got the massacre. Yeah.
That is dope.
But yeah, that's the idea of that level. You can either bring them like two routes, like the one that you took them, or back down the highway again, and then yeah, you basically just try to funnel them like all in that back area, and then yeah, you drive your bike in the clubhouse. They'll all follow you like through the gates, and then it's just yeah, get everybody ready and yeah, just give them help.
That's awesome.
It's always good fun.
That is really great.
No way, my lord.
That's so good that you guys
Yeah,
are able to
we
come up
just
with all this
gathered
like
bikes
stuff. This
here.
this kind of creativity in terms of, you know, creating activities in a game that's 7 years old is so important to want to motivate people to get online and do stuff. It's really great. You guys put the time in to come up with this kind of stuff.
That's really the big thing, like, because people are always waiting for DLC. People are, you know, there haven't been DLC and Rockstar, we need a DLC. Fucking create your own content. That's how you
Yeah,
keep
100%.
it fun.
Yeah, 100%.
Take that. Sorry, here, take that.
Thank you.
I mean, sure, there's some things that we cannot do ourselves, like, it would be so awesome to get that second biker DLC,
Oh,
right?
man.
Oh
But
shit, yeah.
still, like, work what you got, and, you know, just make ideas together
Yeah.
with your guys, and you can make so much good
It
stuff.
could happen. It could happen. I think it's definitely a possibility that we could see another biker DLC. I think there is.
Is that
It's a possibility.
is that like an inside
Nope.
thing, or is that
Nope.
like
No,
yes.
I would never. First of all, they would never tell me, and second of all, I would never share it. But one thing I do have
Yeah,
faith
I'm
in.
just
Yeah.
playing with you, man.
No, I have the thing I have faith in is that Rockstar really does pay attention to the community and what people want. And you may not get it as fast as you want to get it, but if it's something that the community has really been asking for, there's probably somebody at Rockstar working on it. You know what I mean? They're not a
Yeah,
stupid company.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
really
yeah.
not. But they know that they have a long time to bridge between GTA 5 and GTA 6. So you know what would happen, and you see it every DLC cycle. If they gave us everything on release day, 2 weeks later, people would be crying about no new content. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as they give us Casino, they're crying about the next thing. As soon as we get that, they're crying about the next thing. So Rockstar recognizes that you have to sort of, trickle this stuff out over time so that there's a way to keep the game fresh all the way to GTA 6. They're saying GTA 6 is probably still 2 years away. So I think that gives us a lot of time between now and then to potentially get another biker DLC. But that's just a theory.
Hopefully, dude.
Yep.
I mean, they must be very aware of your guys' founder, what he's doing, like on the biker mod shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, do you know what I mean? 'Cause,
Maybe.
like, that is like
Maybe.
everybody,
Yeah.
but everybody in the MC community knows, like, that's the shit that, like, we want. Like, it's the bikes, the carts, and like the options that you've got with them, like different shirts and like hoodies and stuff like that. Like, it's that's what everybody wants, man.
For sure. Yeah.
They want that individuality, like with like everything, like the bikes, the clothing. You know what I mean? Because like if you could like change, like, just for an example, the front end on like these different bikes that we've got here, or headlights or handlebars, you're gonna get so many different looks to a bike. You know what I mean? Like, just from that, like if you integrate every single part that you can modify here, all in the same bike, right? Like, same options for every single bike. Can you imagine what, like, the shit that people would come up with even with that?
Yeah, that's another thing. That's an example of something that I talked about a few years ago on I forget whose podcast, but there was again, it comes down to the direction of where they want to invest their development and what they want the game to be, and they're developing in a direction that satisfies kids drinking Monster with hot Cheeto fingers and all this wild space stuff, and not really that immersive role play stuff. I suggested a long time ago. I mean, they should do like a Monster Garage where because again, they can do anything. Where you could build your own vehicles, you can buy each of the components, kind of like Midnight Club, and really truly customize things. But like, you can start with a chassis and add the wheels and add all the way down, and all the features would have different performance capabilities and so forth. And I think that would create a whole new kind of community, and and you'd be able to sell your designs, maybe sell your vehicles to other people. Like, there's just so many different ways that they could have gone about it. And I really hate that they took what I call the easy road, which is just explosions and crazy flying things and lasers and nonsense like that. I think that is a really lazy way to basically just bleed money out of people. Because every time you blow something up, somebody has to pay for it, right? Whether it's paying for the ammunition or paying for the vehicle damage or whatever. So to them, like, the griefing is, big money. It's a way to get people to spend cash in-game, having to replace all that stuff. And
exactly.
I think it's
But
terrible.
all the mechanics that take money away from you doesn't make any sense, other than they just want cash. Some
percentage of the population buys shot cards. So anything that they can do to make their cash go low, that's what they want to do. Because how are they going to replenish it? With shot cards, So it's really unfortunate. And the gameplay suffers.
I mean, of course, like, they could have done this. They could have given us all the DLC if they wouldn't have a constant income. So the choice really is this kind of system with shark cards, or that you pay for every DLC. To me, it's been a great deal because I haven't bought a single shark card. But it comes down with that kind of mechanic where you end up spending so much just to get along.
Yep.
And one of the reasons why we go so low grade and why we love the kind of greedy side of this game, the low life, it's because spending it all on just fucking 2 million a supercar with neons isn't really worth it.
Yeah, for real. But that was a nice little meetup just then, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Didn't plan that. Do you want to go down to the actual clubhouse then from here? Might as well.
Yeah.
Because that was pretty much
At
like
the
the.
after party. So basically, Dirty, this has been awesome. So thank you so much. I know this is kind of the official part now that we kind of wrapped up, and you're definitely welcome to join at the after party at the Clubhouse.
That's great. I really appreciate that. I am gonna have to run. I got Mrs. Work texting me, calling me, all of that. So I'm gonna run. But I do want to say, yeah, a very sincere thank you to you guys. I know it's not always easy to get everybody together and the amount of planning that goes into it, and I can tell that you guys are super thorough. This is not a. I mean, you guys are incredibly organized. You had a tremendous amount of preparation that went into this. And to me, that means a great deal. I really appreciate how much care and effort you've put into all of this. And I think you've done a fantastic job showcasing why your club is so different than so many of the other clubs out there, which is exactly why I like to do these kind of episodes, because there are people out here doing really crazy, unique, interesting, and intelligent things, and you guys definitely meet that criteria. So I loved learning more about your club today. It's exactly what I was hoping for, and I know everybody in the chat feels the same. Anybody who's still in there, guys, show some love and respect for Grim Legion MC. These guys really did their thing today. Very impressed. You guys did your club proud, no doubt about it.
Oh yeah, thanks man. Like, yeah, thank you so much for even just having us on the show. And I know it's taken so long to do. Like, I mean, like you can say that it's taken like a year, hasn't it?
Literally,
like, to actually get us all online at the same time. But like, yeah, we much appreciated, buddy. Like for having us on this episode. We've been very, very happy to be a part of it. And like, yeah, I'm sure all the rest of the guys can fucking agree with that. And
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
It's been sick.
You guys definitely earned it. I mean, big respect to you for holding the club together this long.
Hell yeah, thanks man. You too.
Thank you so much.
You too. Same with the Reaper Lords, man. Like, I mean, we have.
Don't go getting your hip broken, old man. Oh, it's funny. That's funny. It happens every episode. Every episode. Payback row. I thought it was a setup. They started beating me down so hard. No.
Or sit there. You got to at least get one lick in before the end of the episode, right?
But nah, like I say, guys, big respect. Thank you so much. I'm gonna post all of your social media links in the description of this. This will stay up. It'll go into the playlist for the In the Cut playlist. And anybody who's interested in joining or has questions or wants to follow some of the content from this club, go ahead and check out those links that are going to be down in the description of this video. And thank you again, guys. I got to dip because I got to go do some family stuff because my next stream starts in 3.5 hours. It's going to be day number 3 of my 30-day stream, where I'll be out in free mode just messing around.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, it's
that's
really
awesome.
fun. Really fun.
All
right, fellas. Big respect.
Thanks again, man, and thanks to everybody that's tuned in to watch today. Like, yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you so
It's been
much.
an absolute pleasure.
Excellent job, guys.
Thank you so much.
Excellent job. All right, I am out of here.
All right, but take it easy.
Ending the stream.